the star of every team in their high school, travel team, whatever it may be, they go to college, no longer are they the number one guy. They got to maybe sit freshman year or get little playing time here or there. And it's like their world crashes down. And it's very difficult for them to even just work through that. Obviously, it happened to you at the highest level. But what advice would you give for a young player maybe going through those growing pains of not necessarily being on the field when they want to, they believe they can contribute to the team, but they're not getting that opportunity for whatever reason. What advice would you give for that kid?
Well, I mean, I still have to do this every single year with guys. I mean, from Burleson this year, who wasn't starting, who didn't think he was going to make the team out of spring training, to Brendan Donovan, to make the adjustments that he has. But and I know this is going to sound silly, but I just a word that I use because I get brutally honest with the guys. You're not good enough to be right to make this lineup or whatever. You have to challenge them in a certain way. And a lot of times I say, hey man, you just got to get gooder. And I say that simplifying things, but literally, I'll even go back to Goldschmidt in his second year. He asked me a question, what I need to do to get better. He's probably asked more questions than any player I've ever been around. I mean, he is the most coachable. Matter of fact, he's the player that I have to be real careful to coach, because he would literally do whatever you ask. What have I got to lose? Let me try this. Go up there and take till you get 2 strikes because you're not seeing them all. Okay, I mean, whatever I challenged him with, he did it. But kind of going back to your question, the point is like, how bad do you want it? What are you sacrificing? When everybody else is on the done with practice, what are you doing? What are you doing to make yourself better? And I use, what are you going to do to get gooder? So in other words, it's like even with Donovan's challenging him to sitting on pitches or to learn to get to the pitch inside better by training a certain way to be able to do that. And because if you're going to, expand your skill, it's going to take doing something maybe you've never done. And I use this word all the time, this statement: do not let never stop you from getting better. Because people will say, well, I've never done that. I've never tried that. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Well, don't let never, because never is going to come. And so never is going to put you in a place of a decision. So don't let never stop you from getting better. Oh, I've never had to work that long. Oh, I've never had to work that hard. Oh, I've always been able to hit a fastball. What's going on? So you got to be a really good scout of yourself, and you have to be honest with what's going on. And you know what? When you ask a question and it's not exactly what you want to hear, maybe it's something you need to hear. And I think that's kind of where you got to have a learning and growth mindset. And sometimes growth is painful. That's why they call it growing pains.
Yeah. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.